Hello and welcome to Roleplay Rejects, where we play new and unusual tabletop role-playing games. In Side Quest, we're taking a break from our longer stories to play just a few sessions of some very unique role-playing games out there. So sit back and enjoy.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah,
I think so.
Not at all.
as long as we get character sheets.
I mean, I guess as ready as I'm gonna be prior to getting a character sheet.
Good.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That was a beautiful
That was
one.
close.
Thank you.
I
Thank
think
you.
I think we can start the episode with that.
I think
There's-
that's the start. Yeah,
that is our starting sound. This
There's
is your land
you can
shark,
use
That was
for a
super
commercial.
that was
satisfying.
good. Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
good.
wow.
right?
I got like a little chill, like, okay. Professional can opener.
Yeah, I'll add that to my resume.
Oh yeah, that'll get you the jobs you're looking for.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is the job you're looking for. Am I wrong?
You know what?
They're
That's a
not
good
the
goddamn
jobs you're
point.
looking for.
All right, so I want to know everyone's favorite iteration of goblins. Okay, you know, in some fantasy worlds, they're more, lesser class individuals, but they're still smart. Some fantasy, they're almost animals, right? Like, what is your favorite goblin iteration?
Have you ever seen Goblin Slayer?
I have not seen it yet.
It is a very good anime.
It
Okay,
is
tell me
very
about those goblins.
So the way in how the Goblin Slayer starts is that the Goblin Slayer protects a farm,
Okay.
and the goblins, when you see signs of them, usually means they're about ready to invade, and they're pretty well organized, and you get all kinds of different variations of goblins depending on what happens. So
What are these different variations?
So like you'll have goblins that are bigger than normal. So you got your hobgoblin variations, you've got shamans. If they're in the sewers, then they somehow learn how to sail a boat, and you got
Okay.
pirates, and eventually you get up to like a goblin king, which is like the beefiest bad guy that you could think of.
Okay.
And he'll actually leave if he's about ready to lose, because he needs to breed and create more goblins to serve him.
Okay, gotcha.
And so they kind of breed like rats. They just don't stop coming unless if you eradicate all of them.
Gotcha. Okay. For those of you who do not recognize my brother's voice, this is Carl. He's
Howdy.
visiting this week, and we are recording this episode with him. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
All right. Other goblin variants.
This is gonna make me sound like the worst nerd
Okay.
that has ever nerded. Okay. And I say that because basically half the population is going to come for me when I don't know what I'm talking about in the next 10 seconds. But I'm pretty sure that at Gringotts,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, I love the
they
Gringotts
have goblins that work at the bank.
Yes.
Now, when I say I'm pretty sure, that is because I've only read the first book, and it was like 10 billion years ago.
Oh, no.
And I've watched all the movies, but I am really, 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 really bad at reading. And I refuse to now pay for the audiobooks because of reasons. So I will only ever read the first one.
That's fair.
And I vaguely remember there being goblins, but in the movie,
They're really cool.
Come For Me, I don't care. In the movie, I really appreciated how like shrewd and grumpy and like dedicated to their work they were.
Okay.
I don't know. I really like them. That's probably my favorite.
Okay.
Have you seen the Hogwarts Legacy goblins?
Mm-mm.
Those are fantastic ones.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about getting that game. I just haven't yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really good game. I'd definitely
Okay.
say get it if you can.
Okay. So I have two, right?
Okay.
The first one, kind of cheating. All right. And our Pathfinder game.
Okay, I was gonna say
Yeah.
X2.
Yeah, our
But I was like,
Pathfinder
I can't use
goblins
that.
are awesome.
Because
So,
they're
and-
not gonna know.
Yeah, but in that game, right? The goblins are the stereotype. They're aloof, almost feral, but have like some stupid sense of logic with them. And they also believe that reading steals your soul.
It does.
So, one of the smarter goblins, or smarter creatures in the kingdom thus far,
Yeah, he's
I think.
pretty smart.
He came across a book, read it, got smarter. Everyone else started calling him soulless, so he became Ix the Soulless. And I just like the trope of having a character that doesn't go along with what you would expect from that kind of a character. So that's the first one. The second one, are they called Gretchen in 40K?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those ones, because I just love the idea of them just slapping stuff together and then just pretending that it works, and it does.
They're hilarious.
Yeah.
Gotta love the orcs.
I love the orcs.
Embrace the wah.
Yep.
I'm not very passionate about goblins in general.
That's fair.
I don't have a lot of feelings. I just
Okay.
I like the Pathfinder ones, but I mostly just like how they look.
I really like the gross ones from Lord of the Rings
Oh yeah.
that are like, what is the? It's not man flesh because that's the orcs.
Long pig.
Long pig, yeah. I'm gonna stick him like a pig or something. Yeah. The Lord of the Rings goblins are my favorites.
I don't
Those
know
ones
why
are
I
pretty
can't
good.
remember them at all.
From The Hobbit, right? The first Hobbit movie.
No, I'm thinking the Lord of the Rings ones where they're like dividing loot at one point, and they've got like Frodo's mithril shirt.
Oh.
Was
I need to watch those movies.
Yeah, it's been a
few
long time.
years.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch it
And I
because I
love
thought
This
those
year's
were
the
trolls.
20th anniversary.
I bought them. I
Yeah.
bought all
Of
the
Return of the
Lord of the
King.
Rings, all the Hobbit movies.
That
and
is
then
crazy.
I never watched them again.
It's the
Yeah, we need to binge
20th
them.
20th anniversary of Return of the King this
I'm
year.
pretty
Legally,
sure it's Return of the King.
we
Don't come
must.
for me, nerds. Listen, I don't know everything, and I sometimes make stuff up that sounds good. So I could be wrong about that, but
2003. Yeah.
That feels right.
Yeah.
That feels right. Yeah, because I saw someone saying that in like TV version of The Last of Us, no, The Return of the King never released,
Oof. What a
Oh, yeah.
terrible world to live in.
right? I mean, also all the like
Zombies and stuff.
fungus monsters.
Yeah.
oh, that would be so sad.
Yeah.
That's really what would that's what would do it for me. Is I would
Yeah.
just cry over that.
All right. So,
Hold on. So yours is you're locking in with the Lord of the Rings ones?
yeah.
Yeah, he seemed pretty dedicated.
Yeah.
I don't remember the Lord of the Rings ones. I remember the Hobbit because they went into that weird chasm with that one guy with like
Oh, the
The-
yucky guy
the
that they
super yucky one. Yeah.
cut his
Yeah.
belly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Ooh.
those ones
orcs.
were
No, those ones were goblins because down way deep in that area is where Bilbo got the ring from Gollum.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah,
My favorite
I think
goblin
orcs attacked like moments later or something.
I think so.
Yeah.
is children.
That's probably why it overlapped.
That's
in
what
my
they
head.
are.
The real goblins.
They're just cute goblins. Honestly.
But goblins nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Of course, if you want to go super nerd, you could always think of the labyrinth goblins
Oh, those ones are good
Mm.
too.
with David Bowie as the
Yeah.
Goblin King. Yeah,
yeah, I
don't-
know what you're
I
talking
don't
about.
think I've
Also,
watched that.
Oh man, it's an 80s movie.
it's a
It
cult
is-
classic. It's
Yeah.
one of those
Okay.
ones where like
If you've seen it, you've seen it.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a trip and a half for sure.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I mean, those are fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
David Bowie gravity juggles with glass balls. It's a really cool thing to watch. Just YouTube it.
Fushigi?
Yes. Yeah. That's what it's called.
No.
So
Why do you know that?
I always wanted a Fushigi. The commercials.
yeah, it's the same idea. They're just like really heavy glass balls and he like rolls them around his arms and stuff.
I
and
didn't know
it's-
that's where it was from.
I don't know if that's where it originated, but
Hmm.
yeah.
Right.
So I ask about goblins because today we are playing Goblonia. Woo!
Mm.
All right. So, Goblonia is a game of madcap schemes and reckless rebellion. All right. The idea is you are citizens of the city of Goblonia. And for thousands, millions of years, goblins have ruled in Goblonia. But in the past 100 or so, Queen Titania of the Fair Folk, the Patriarchy, if you will, has taken over and has inserted herself as the leader. All right. She is now in charge of the government, and the police, even though it's mostly goblins, still answer to her. Right. And it is the stereotypical fantasy setting where the rich live that perfect life up in their tower, and the goblins live in the street like goblins.
Okay.
Okay. And then in the outskirts of the city, there is a war happening. Okay. And that is King Oberon trying to get into the city to make up with Titania. But they've decided to instead throw goblins at each other. So,
Okay.
Classic. That's what I like to do when Joseph is mean to me on occasion.
oh yeah,
I
we
just throw goblins at
start
him.
wars, throw goblins at each other.
Absolutely.
Start rolling dumb
All right.
dice.
Who needs couples therapy when you have goblins?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Goblins.
This is what we do for therapy. So, you all are part of a underground goblin rebellion group.
Naturally.
Okay, this is your first day in GITS. All right, GITS. And
What does that stand for?
nobody knows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gates.
So, you all are goblins of various shapes and sizes, and you are lined up to swear the oath. So, everybody, repeat after me. Think of your goblin name. Okay, think of your goblin name. I state your name.
I do
Goblin.
Stabber.
Do solemnly swear that I ain't no
solemnly swear-
knob polishing, toad rat, tattletale, or snitch.
Do solemnly
Do
swear
solemnly
that I
swear
ain't no
snarl
toad
rattle.
rat, so shumba.
Snitch.
Stitch.
And
Yes.
I, knowing full well the risks, do willingly enter into the company of rabble-rousers, rogues, renegades, known as GITS. I swear to do everything in my power to undermine the snotty superiority of the fair folk.
That.
Ditto.
Yes.
Snotty.
Snotty rogues.
Rebelling.
Rogan. I going
Ris-
full well.
Yes.
I don't even
Oh,
know. that
okay,
thing
I-
said.
Dark into the night or whatever.
Okay? Here's the important part. I said it.
I said
I
it.
said it.
You heard it.
You
I
heard,
heard
it.
it.
Now buy me a drink.
Now
Now
buy
buy
me a drink.
Very good.
Is,
So-
is the drink real though?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And it comes in the form of character sheets. So,
I can't drink this.
pass these around and pick a type of goblin. All right. The names are pretty self-explanatory. You have the troll, you have the smarty pants,
Dip.
you have the urchin, you have the grunt. Misty has picked the goon. You have a lurker, a swindler.
So we're just playing favorites now.
Yeah.
Just because you guys throw your goblin armies at each other.
Orc. But yes.
I just already had it filled out because we were like
No, it's
trying to
okay.
figure out how it worked, and I don't think Joseph wanted to print out another goon
One.
sheet.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait.
Those are your options. Okay. The other thing that you all need is a deck of cards. Okay. Goblonia is a game built on playing cards instead of dice.
That's interesting.
Okay. Now, as you look at a deck of cards, right, you have aces low in this game. So an ace is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you have the royalty, right? You have the jack, the queen, and the king. And since we are standing up against the patriarchy, those are bad cards. Okay, so everyone shuffle your deck of cards.
Do we want to keep the jokers in?
Oh, good point. Remove the jokers. The jokers are
It's too
not
late.
used. That's okay. If you get it, we'll just
Draw again.
draw again.
Okay.
Okay, so shuffle up your decks. A lot of these are brand new decks because I didn't need 5 decks of cards sitting around my house. And so they have not been used.
Why not? You can make a dice, or not a dice, a card tower.
Oh, yeah, I was really good at making card houses when I was a kid.
I remember those.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun making those.
I like these cards because I can shuffle them and not worry about bending them so much.
All right, so everyone's got their deck of cards. Everyone has their calling sheets. All right. So, you have picked your calling. Carl, what is your
I will
calling,
be
your class?
I will be a smarty pants.
Okay, all right. So one of the goblins that knows things.
I slap things together and I make them go and work.
Okay.
I don't really know how they work, but if
Misty,
the enemy doesn't know,
what kind of goblin are you?
I'm a goon.
What does that mean?
Goons excel at breaking things, inflicting pain and chaos, and generally pushing other gobs around. Punishing
Okay.
too.
nice.
I'm a troll. They're big, dumb, dangerous, especially among their own kind. All trolls possess large noses, huge mouths. Well, really, I think that's kind of rude. Huge mouths and an insatiable appetite for something. I mean, I could definitely go for something to eat right now, I suppose.
All right. And Stevie,
I'm a swindler.
a swindler.
Some may say a swindler doesn't work at all, but ill-gotten gains take skill, luck, and a lot of effort. There's a reason they call it a hustle.
Yeah. All right. So, you have picked at your callings. You have your character sheets. If you notice on that character sheet, 2 of the path ranks are already marked. Okay? They're going to be different for everybody. When you go to make a check, that is the number of cards that you draw. Okay?
So, from what I can see, you've got 1 through 4 for each.
Yep. And you should
stat.
have 2 things already filled in.
Correct.
So,
Okay.
for an example, as a smarty pants, I'll have 1 in figure, 1 in wheedle, out of the 6 stats of bash, figure, finagle, scram, tinker, and wheedle.
Yeah, good point. Will you talk to each one of those? They've got little example words below
Yeah.
them.
So bash is also forceful and direct. So it sounds like the strength stat in a typical RPG. Figure is study and think. It sounds like your intellect stat. You've got finagle, which seems to be your dexterity, which is your physical trickery. Scram, which is avoid, sneak, and hide, which is your hiding stat. Then you've got tinker, which would be tools and gizmos. And then you've got wheedle, which is your charisma stat, your
Yeah.
verbal coercion.
All right. So, I want everyone to add another 3 points to your stats. Okay?
Would you say that you should do more in your good stats or spread them out?
Goblins are usually very good at 1 or 2 things.
Okay.
So I would say put more into 1 because failing's fun sometimes.
Is that 3?
That is
Yes.
very fair.
Okay.
You get 3 to put wherever you would like.
Okay.
All right. Below that, you have your Vim and Vigor. This is your essentially health points. Now, in Goblonia, goblins are immortal. Okay? You can get knocked unconscious. You can lose a limb. You can be tortured pretty bad. But you are probably not going to die unless you are beheaded by a Fey folk.
Okay.
All right?
That can make things kind of fun. Then.
It can, right? All right. Below that, you have a core ability, and these are going to be different for each of you.
What about the thralls underneath Vim and Vigor?
Thrall, we are not going to worry about in this one shot.
That's fine.
It is a more long-term stat that you build up over several sessions.
Okay. I'm just trying to get my head on straight on this.
Yeah, no worries. It'll make more sense as we get into it.
Fair.
Okay. Core abilities. These are going to be different for everyone. So I'm going to give you a minute or two, read through those, and pick one.
And are these different for each type of goblin?
They
these
are.
Core abilities? Cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I appreciate the customization.
Yeah, my two are Big Dumb Brute or Smarter Than the Average Troll.
Okay. All right.
I'm going Big Dumb Brute.
All right. Brutal but cunning. Cunning but brutal.
You know that I'm always brutal but cunning.
There we go.
I'll be taking alchemy.
Okay.
So, do you want me to read off the description?
Sure.
Alchemy. At the start of each mission, you may note a single-use potion, glue, oil, or salve that you or anyone you give it to can use during this adventure.
Cool. All right.
I chose Cross My Heart.
What's that do?
I spend a squib to tell a verbal falsehood that will be believed as an absolute truth by a single target. However, if the target acquires proof that you have deceived them before the next sunrise, I suffer a literal heart attack, resisted by my Weedle path.
Oh, no.
And if I fail, I just immediately take 2 points of damage.
Nice. Okay. All right.
Which I don't know if that's a lot or a little bit of damage.
It's a lot of damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you've only got 3 hit points, is what it
Well,
looks like.
everyone has a different number of vim and vigor.
That's fair.
Yeah,
So the troll probably has a lot.
yeah, I have 5. And so the Big Dumb Brute, I'm enormous, between 9 and 12 feet tall, probably pushing 12.
Holy
And your
cow.
skull is equivalent to really thick stone. Neither your figure or Weedle paths can ever be higher than 1 because I'm big and dumb. And you gain a +1 bonus to any actions where your size or your rocky skull would give you an advantage.
That is wonderful.
I am going through doors and everything skull first.
You don't even have
Perfect.
a figure path.
Yeah, I literally cannot get any figure ranks.
Nice.
That's so funny. I love that.
And-
Sorry, go
Oh.
ahead.
I was just going to ask, what did you pick?
So I have the choice between percussive persuasion, stubborn as a rock, or a vicious attack. Sorry, I can't speak. I went with stubborn as a rock, which says you cannot be swayed from your current course of action. Intimidation or mind control will automatically fail against you, but you are not immune to lies or deceit. Spend a squib to gain a +1 bonus to resist physical damage and become immune to being knocked out for the rest of the scene.
Ooh, that's a really cool one. All right. That's everyone?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, next. Other perks. All right, you have your calling perks. These are also going to be unique to everybody. And you have a general perk. Okay. Usually you just pick one, but since we're just doing a one shot, pick 2 of them.
Okay.
Okay. And these are going to be smaller abilities. Shouldn't be quite as powerful as the core ability, but hey, it all depends on how you use it.
I don't know, man. Regeneration.
Yeah?
At the end of any scene, I can reduce the injuries to my Vim and Vigor by 1 point.
Ooh, okay. And then everyone has the general perks, something like a magical trinket, all right? It has a minor but useful effect. Notoriety, where everyone knows who you are, so you can get +1 in social situations. Profitable isn't going to really apply because you get extra money at the end of a heist or whatever. And then signature item, you get a bonus while you use that item. Okay. So,
It's like a favored weapon, basically.
yeah. So those are the ones that everyone has. But again, on each of your sheets, you have various ones that are specific to your class.
Okay.
All right. I'll give you another minute or two.
You said we're picking 2. Does it
Yes.
have to be 1 calling or 1 class perk and then 1 general?
No, they can be both calling perks. They can be both general if you're boring.
Okay. I am choosing Bottomless Pit and Regeneration.
Okay. What are those?
So, Bottomless Pit, I can spend a squib and swallow anything that fits inside my mouth. Trolls have pretty big mouths. Little reminder text there.
Nice.
I may hold up to 3 items or 1 goblin-sized creature in my belly for 1 full day, undigested and accessible for retrieval.
Wonderful. All right.
And then the regeneration thing.
Cool.
Okay. I chose Egghead and Psychoanalyze. Egghead, spend a squib and an entire scheming scene to create a new techno-gizmo arcane formula and or relevant theory to aid the crew in the current mission. This creation provides +2 bonus to anyone actively using it in a test. And then Psychoanalyze spends a scheming scene in conversation with one of my crewmates, heal all damage to their vim and vigor, and give them a one-time +3 bonus to any test during the current mission to use when they see fit.
Ooh, +3 is really good.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of times you're only drawing 1 or 2 cards. Adding 3 is crazy good.
Good.
All right. Stevie?
I'm doing Din of Deceit. Spend a squib to instantly suss out lies or deceptions from a single target. You won't actually know the truth of the matter, but you know without a doubt if someone is actively lying to you, hiding something, or not telling the entire story. It doesn't work on like written material or when pondering past interactions.
Okay.
And then I was going to do put it on my tab. Once per scene, spend a squib to gain any expensive item, service, or lodging, or pay a ransom or bribe without worrying about the cost or offering something in trade. No clink is spent, no bribery test needed.
Nice. Okay. And Misty.
So the first one I have is Piss and Vinegar. Gain +2 Vim and Vigor. These ranks automatically heal at the end of each session, which doesn't really like super duper help me out longevity wise because we're only having this be a one shot, but I do like the idea of more health for such a fighting-y character. There's a term for that, but I don't know it right now.
Combat specialist.
Thank you. Combative. There we go. And then the other one that I chose is Booming Voice. Spend a squib to make your voice unbearably loud for a single breath. Your words can cut through any other noise, travel through the entire burrow, and even break through magical barriers. Your efforts to intimidate others when using this ability gain a +3 bonus.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. We've done our abilities. We've done our calling perks. Name one ally. So, who is someone you know around the city? All right. This could be a shopkeep. This could be a dirty cop. This could be just about anything. So,
Is that per person or
per
as a group?
person. Yeah.
Okay.
Name an ally. And while you're at it, name an enemy.
How dumb do you think trolls are?
Oh, pretty dumb.
Okay. So my ally then
Okay.
is going to be Boulder. The
Okay.
boulder. It's just a rock.
Yeah. Obviously, your best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my enemy is going to be a different boulder, also named Boulder.
Okay.
My ally is going to be Ragnarok, and he's going to be a smuggler.
Okay.
And then my enemy is going to be a guard named Terrorist.
Okay.
Because over the last week, we've had a couple of dogs that have just been an absolute terrorist, and I thought it would be fitting.
Oh, yeah. We've been trying to paint minis, and the dogs always run by and like tails knocking things over. And oh, man.
Fur
It's
in
like
the
not
paint.
really fully their fault. We're painting at their level, but it has been quite frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's a terrorist, but she's my favorite terrorist.
quite adorable, too.
Yeah. All right. Allies, enemies.
My ally is called Bar Scrap.
Okay.
They're the executive regional manager.
Okay.
But my enemy is Scorb, who is a regional manager like me.
Nice.
That's fair. Okay, Misty.
Okay, so I am going to try to do what Damien does and explain everything about my character in my character's voice. So I feel like that helps him get into character, and I'm trying this thing called not using my actual voice the entire time.
Well, I think it's just called copying.
I mean, yeah. What's that one saying? It's like if you like somebody, you copy them and it like shows you like them.
Imitation is the greatest form of flattery.
Yeah, something like that. So anyway, my ally, her name is Cash. She's my friend. That's her profession, full-time BFF. And
My voice.
my enemy is Irixie, and she's just some other hoe that she has some beef with me. Like, I don't know what is wrong with her, but every time she looks at me, she just gives me daggers. Like, bitch, I didn't ask for that. What did I do? Tell me.
I want this character in every fucking thing you do.
You know what's really sad is it comes super naturally.
I can picture this goblin too. Just too much makeup, but bright blonde hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she has like really long coffin nails. It's very specific coffin shape. If I don't get them coffin shape, I go to somewhere else. My lady that's normally doing my nails, she's off for this month, so I've been trying to do them on my own, and they look atrocious. They just look so awful. Like,
They're more of a tapered square.
yeah, exactly. Like, whatever. I guess she had to have a baby or something, so
Oh my god, I hate it when they do that.
that's what I'm saying.
Wow. Okay.
How's her skin though? Does she need any freshening up? Maybe does she need any products?
I mean, if it's a goblin,
Yeah, but you need that nice muddy finish.
I
Muddy
mean, her
finish.
skin is good. I just feel like
I don't
she could
think
do
it
something
is.
better with her eyelashes. Like, they're pretty
Why?
crunchy. Like, it looks pretty bad. That's what I'm.
took me a
Yes, like spiders. Have you seen? You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
so
spider lashes.
maybe
Spider
she'll figure that out
legs.
while she's having her baby.
who's to say it isn't
She'll have
real
plenty of time
spider
at home
legs?
or whatever.
True. Yeah.
All right. So, we're gonna leave our Vim and Vigor blank. We're gonna leave our Thrall blank. Okay. And then, up at the top, we have our. Yes.
Oh, I did change my thing to Motley Crew.
Okay.
Put it on my tab.
Okay.
I've got 5 flunkies who owe me their livelihood, and they can do simple tasks that do not require independent decision making.
Are these the assistant to the regional manager people?
They're just like district managers.
Oh, okay.
I
All right.
mean, I keep telling them one day they'll be a regional manager, but it's like I'm not trying to make them come for my job, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta dig these girls a little bit.
Neg 'em. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. All right. Then write down 3 items in your stash. I don't know why this feels really out of order. But go back up to the top left under your name. You each get 1 clink, right? This is the money in Goblonia. It's about a week's worth of pay.
So
Okay.
1 clink is a week's worth.
Yep. Yeah, and if you have any perk that gives you extra clink, that's awesome, but none of you are good with your money. So
we
one
all
cl-
get start with 1.
yep, I'll start with 1. And then your stash are 3 items. Okay?
Sorry, real quick. Squibs, are those money too?
No, squibs we'll get into later.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay.
No, you're all right. Yeah, squibs and table kings have to do with which cards we end up drawing and things that you can spend later on. Okay, some of your abilities say spend a squib.
Okay.
Cool. All right. And everyone has already given their character a name.
Oh, the stash. What's going on with the stash?
Stash. Oh, yes. You each get 3 items. They can be whatever you want. But I'm telling you now, don't make them useful. You're goblins.
Oh yeah, no. I was gonna go a rock, a pebble, and a really shiny coin.
Nice. Okay.
I was gonna have an overhead projector.
Okay. All right.
Thanks.
You said 3, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm get a wrench, a hammer, and a really big hammer.
Oh, I guess there's only 3 spots. I don't know why I was like stressing about the number. You can
Okay,
only
I
have
lied. I didn't get a rock. I got a pot from a potted plant.
Okay.
But like, you know, when you rush up and you like pick up this potted plant and then you just dump all of the contents out. And now you got a really cool pot.
Okay. Clay pot? One of the red ones?
It's a red.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
like terracotta.
Terracotta?
Mhm.
Yes.
Red.
I remember playing Magic the Gathering, and there was this little goblin card that I just loved. And I can't remember what it was called, but the flavor text was fantastic. It says, when everything in the world starts looking like a nail, all you need is a really big hammer.
I think I know what one you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the goblin ones are just ridiculous.
They're hilarious,
Yeah.
and I love them.
All right. Last bit of housekeeping. How do we do checks in this game? All right. We play a little game called Gobnob. All right. Gobnob is a goblin tradition, and we use playing cards. So, if you are trying to knock somebody over and they are about the same size as you, let's say, that would be about a 2 difficulty. So I, as the GM, would flip over 2 cards. So I get a 6 and a 5. Okay. In Gobnob, what we're looking for are duplicates. 2 of a kind, 3 of a kind if you're drawing 3 cards. And whoever has the most of a kind wins, or the highest number. Okay? So if Carl, you drew a 4, my highest number is 6,
You would win.
I would win there. But if you have an ability, or if you have a lot of points in whatever character trait, you can be drawing more and more cards. And you always pick your highest 3. So if you have an ability that gets you up to 4, that allows you to discard a card. And that is good because if you draw a face card, if you draw a jack, a king, or a queen, those are bad things. And bad things will happen to you if you use them in your hand.
Oh.
Now, a lot of times you have to, right? Because you have to use your bottom, or you have to use your top 3 cards. So, face cards. Excuse me, it's right here. So, the queen is the worst one, right? Queen Titania, everyone hates her. She is in charge here. So, when you draw a queen and you play it, you tick your thrall up by 1 point. Okay, this is the elven magic starting to get to you. You're living in their city, and it will be harder for you to resist guards and people like that are using Titania's magic on you. Okay? Jacks are painful setbacks. Jacks hold like those little staff things, right? So, this can be mental damage or physical damage. Doesn't matter. Either way, it hurts. And that will knock down a point of Vim and Vigor. And then kings are something unexpected. Okay, something bad happens in the scene that complicates matters for your crew. And kings stay on the table, okay, which is kind of an interesting one. We'll put them up on top of this box so everyone can see them. After you play them, they stay on the table. And once we get 4 kings, because there are 4 goblins in our crew, a major catastrophe happens. Something goes horribly wrong. Someone gets knocked unconscious. Something goes bad. And our mission gets knocked off track. That makes sense?
Okay.
All right. Pretty
Yeah.
easy resolutions. And the first few I'll definitely walk y'all through
Do
as
we
we do these.
shuffle after each draw?
No. Shuffle now.
Okay.
And you will just keep discarding
Until you
get to the bottom. And once you get to the bottom, you've got at least 4 kings out. Stuff has gone real bad for everybody.
Fair.
Okay.
Okay. So, now, you do have an option to fail first on any test. So, on every test, I will show you what my first 2 cards are. So, say I get a 5 and a 7, and you know that you've drawn out a lot of your high cards, and you want to fail first. You tell me that, and you immediately gain a squib and fail whatever test that was that you were trying to take. All right? Now, that squib you can spend later. You can use it to help yourself, to help people, activate abilities. It's essentially add 1 card anywhere.
Okay.
Okay?
It's just you don't get through what you were trying to do.
Yes. And another point about the cards, before I forget, is my deck has no kings, queens, or jacks in it. I have removed all of them. So I have a slightly higher chance of winning things than you do.
Okay.
Okay?
Is there a limit to how many squibs you can have?
No.
Okay.
I do not believe so. I did not see that as I read through the book.
That is fair.
The limit does not exist.
All right. So we come back to our bar scene. Everyone getting sworn in the basement of the Fifth. Okay. This bar is named after not a fifth of whiskey like most people who frequent it think, but the 5th rule of Queen Titania's, which is no gathering in groups or conspiring against the kingdom. So,
Dumb rule.
you are down in the basement of the 5th, and a old, gnarled goblin named Robert Turk, who's also the author of Goblonia, turns to you and says, "All right, now that we've got you all sworn in, it's time for your first assignment." So, we've got a problem. There was a person that escaped from Queen Titania's court. He was en route to Warward to give us information pertaining to Titania's court. He didn't want to tell us over magical channels or anything in case she was listening. And he was captured as he was trying to cross lines into King Oberon's camp. So, I need you all to break this prisoner free. He is being transported back up to the tower in the center of the city and is to be beheaded once he arrives in Queen Titania's court. Now, as you all know, Warward is down here in the very south portion of the city. That is where the train holding prisoners will depart from. Okay, Warward is probably not your best shot, but it is an option. Lots of guards, lots of army. There's your, it's Warward. Y'all know about Warward. It's going to cross up through the first layer of shadows. The shadows in Goblonia, so you all know.
Seamless transaction.
Yeah, sorry. So the shadows are an area that have wild magic. Okay, and they are between the two. They are between the different levels of the city, and they keep people separated. Right? You've got the lower part of the city, the middle part of the city, and then the tower and the tops portion where the royalty live.
And what
Okay.
section are we in?
You are down in the Sunken Market, okay?
So-
Next to Warward.
So is it the scummy part of town then?
Yes.
Okay.
For sure.
And, most of the parts of town are scummy parts of town, all right?
I mean, it's goblins. What do you expect?
Exactly. So you're going to pass through the first set of shadows up into Vandana. I don't go up there very often. And then you will make your way up to the tops. That's where they are going to unload the prisoner. Again, probably going to be some guards there. Less so because it's the nice part of town. They don't want to have all those goblin guards walking around, if you know what I mean. And then he is going to be executed in front of the tower. Now, your mission is to intercept him somewhere along those lines and get him off of that train.
Okay. So we know the path that the train's going to take and like arrival and departure times then?
Yes, we have an insider. Okay. Won't give you their information because, you know, you guys are kind of new. I don't want you giving up our sources.
That's fair.
So, any other questions?
Yeah. So I'm only here because I have to do some community service. And I just feel like that's a lot of work for me. Is there something that's like not on a train that I could do?
Well, we got a lot of bathrooms that need cleaning.
Ew.
Hey, those are your two options. Community service, you know, you maybe you shouldn't have got caught.
Me think I can. Fine. Fine. I'll go on this dumb train.
Alrighty.
Ate the prisoner. Got it.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. If he got caught once, aren't you like worried he's gonna get caught again? Like, what's the point of rescuing him?
Well, we need his information. We don't necessarily need him. And we're going to have the four of you to escort him back here to the 5th.
But you don't need him?
That's a good point. If we can get the information out of him.
Okay, yeah, you know, that works. If you can get the information from this guy.
Ate the prisoner. Got it.
Hey, after he talks, I don't care.
Fair.
Okay, so when does this train get here?
Well, you have about a day before it departs. I would recommend not going directly to the prison. Seems like a pretty short trip for y'all if you do get, caught. So, it departs a day from now, exactly now, in fact, and it'll take about an hour to transit through up to the tower.
Okay.
So that gives you about a day to prepare and do some preparation scenes.
Oh,
Alrighty.
Yes.
hi, hun. Speaking of
Yes.
preparations, do you happen to have like stomach troubles? You sound like maybe a guy who suffered from a bit of acid reflux. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah. And don't I know you? Have we met somewhere?
I'm from around here, so
Oh my god. Okay. That's so funny. So I work with green carbon. Hold on. I work with green carbon inorganics, and we actually sell this dirt.
okay.
You eat it, and it helps your whole health. You'll be like a new goblin. Your voice will stop doing that thing.
How's it different from
And
the
like
dirt
those
I already
bags
eat?
under your eyes, so much worse. It'll be beautiful.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
Well-
only like you could actually, and I don't tell a lot of people this, you can make some pretty good clink selling it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All you do is you give me like 4 clink right now, and I'll get you the product like after this whole thing. I know it's kind of a lot, but like I need the, you need to pay first. You need to spend clink to make clink.
Oh yeah, I heard that somewhere.
Yeah. So, you could just give me like 4 clink right now, and then I will get you the product you need, and then you can sell to like other people, help other people live their best life. Really.
Do you have any like sample of this product
I
on
do.
you?
Here.
Okay.
It's actually in my stash. The samples. So I give him a few samples of dirt. Yeah.
Okay.
This was actually, some of this is from Warwood. I tell you, the blood of goblins does wonders for your digestive system.
Okay.
I know it's a little creepy, but I mean, it sounds weird at first, but once you start, you're going to feel the difference right away.
Okay. I mean, I'd love to stop using this voice because I'm definitely getting a weird tickle.
Okay. Yeah, so, you good for the 4 clink right now, or I could give you a discount just for 3.
So this is going to be your scene. All right. I'm gonna say, since this guy, he's been around a little bit. He, helped set up these GIT meetings. I'm gonna say this is a normal 2 what do they call it? 2 menace check. So I'm going to draw 2 cards. I got a 4 and a 1. Do you want to fail now, or do you want to try and do a check against this?
You should try the check.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
odds.
4 and 1 is pretty low.
So how does this work?
Yeah.
So now you choose which
Weedle.
characteristic you want to use. Wheedle, yeah. Verbal coercion. And then you draw that many cards from your deck.
Okay.
How many is that?
4.
Nice. Okay. And then you can discard 1. And do you beat a 4?
I got a 9.
Nice. Okay. So, man, you're right. This really does help my voice out so well. Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh.
of course. No problem. And I see those bags under your eyes are already coming in.
Oh, yes, they are. Oh, well, thank you.
Let the other guy go.
Yeah. Well, welcome to Green Carbon and Organics.
This is great. I've only got 2 clink on me now, but I'll get the rest to you later.
Okay, I'll have my little girlies come get it from you, okay?
Okay,
All right,
sounds
thank
great. Yeah, go ahead, add those 2 clink.
Nice.
Sweet.
Is there any chance that there's a workstation nearby that I can use to make potions or anything like that?
Let's say yes, that is one of the perks that you bought, right?
That is my core ability.
That is your core ability. Okay, yeah. Let's set the scene. So, where would you like to go? Do you have a place that you've been before? Do you just make these potions at home?
I usually try to make them at home, but I need materials.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You try to make them at home. I know why. I see you. I see you. I see what you're doing there.
Why?
I'm smarty.
I won't say anything. And she winks.
Is it because he's...
All right. So you you walk into the Dragonfly's Wing, which is an alchemy shop that you've frequented several times. And the usual person is behind the bar. And they say, hello, what's your name?
Iron Stabber.
Jesus Christ.
Well, hello, Iron Stabber. Welcome back.
Thank you.
What can I get for you? More toadstools?
I need something a little bit more corrosive.
More corrosive. Okay. How about some toad spit? I've also got some great Nuka-Cola bottle cap juice. But I think the toad spit's probably better for this universe.
I definitely think that'd probably be better. Do you have anything strong enough to melt through metal?
Melt through metal. That sounds like a check. Okay, so let's do a normal one for that too. That sounds like something might be a little bit harder to come by. Okay, I got a 9 and a 4. Do you want to fail first, or do you want to try and do a... Let's see. I'll accept a tinkerer or a weedle.
Yeah, the thing is that
A 9's pretty high.
yeah, that's like the second highest card in your deck. So
It is.
I think I'm going to fail on that one.
Okay, if you get 2 of a kind, even if it's 2 twos, you beat me. So that's... Yeah, if you get 2 of a kind, then that beats 1 of a kind anything. And if you get 3 of a kind, that
You win
beats
the
all the
game.
2 of a kind. Yeah, and you get like a bigger success above and beyond what you thought.
That's a 1 in 10 chance or 1 in 13 on getting a higher card.
Maybe. You never know. You feeling lucky? Or you can fail first and get a squib.
I'll attempt.
Okay.
Got a queen
Ooh.
Oh, no.
and a 6.
Oof.
All right. So, little do you know, this shopkeeper is actually, getting paid off by the queen. So, add 1 point of thrall. If you get ordered around by a guard or anything, it's going to be a little bit harder.
Okay.
And he comes back from the back room. Hey, I'm sorry. We don't got anything today. Nothing that could make it through metal like you asked. That toad spit, though, I think it's calling your name. You know, it does some minor acidic things.
I think I'll pass.
All right. So that will be your scene. Now, if you want to do an additional scene, you can. But I get to draw from my bad stuff deck, which is all
Ooh.
kings, queens, and jacks. Okay?
And
So,
that would just be added to our total.
yes. Yeah, if it's a king, it gets added to the king count. If it's a queen or a jack, those things happen to you. I'll let you think about it. We'll move on to someone else's scene. How's our troll doing?
Oh, no one told me to leave yet.
Oh, well. Man, this dirt has been doing wonderful things for my throat.
Just that.
Well, it has some sort of goblin blood in it. I mean, she can tell you all about it when...
Handful of dirt, just like for,
Yep.
I imagine that it's like a dirt cellar.
Yeah.
So just handful. Like that.
Yep, exactly like that.
Yeah. I don't know if you're quite my clientele.
What's that?
Don't worry about it.
Alright. Okay. I'm gonna go check in on Boulder.
Okay, all right.
And I imagine being like 12 feet tall, he has like hands and knees in the cellar down here.
I thought you meant he's only hands and knees. And I was like, what does that mean?
So he'll crawl his happy ass out and then crawl through the tavern area and I guess go and see Boulder.
Okay.
I don't think that this character would prepare.
That's fair. Yeah. I looked it up. It's an immediate king. It's not necessarily a draw from here. You just get a king. So it won't give you any more thrall. It also won't physically damage you if you want to do another scene. But it is an additional round of scheming. All right. So our troll's hanging out with Boulder. Misty, what is your goon doing?
So if we're going to be on a train and I'm going to be like kind of a spy, I feel like I need a new outfit. But I always have to call my friend Cash because she is like really good with fashion and stuff. So like I'm gonna probably call her while I'm shopping just to make sure that like I get a good spy outfit, you know?
Okay.
Okay.
Hello there.
Oh my gosh, hi. Okay, so I have some really good news.
Okay.
So you know how I have to do community service or whatever?
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have shoplifted all that stuff.
Yeah, I know,
At least
but-
not got caught.
Yeah, but listen, I didn't have money because my dumb manager didn't pay me. Like, what was I supposed to do? Anyway, whatever. So I need a new outfit. And so, like, of course I called you because this, like, community service thing, they're going to make me do some, like, spy stuff. And I, like, really can't talk about it. So don't ask me. But what do spies wear?
Oh, well, it depends what kind of mission you're going on. So what kind of spy mission are you going on? That'll determine what you wear.
Okay, so don't tell anybody.
Okay.
But, like, it's kind of like a really quick in and out. Like, we're going to be there, then we're not. And we've got to, like, get this guy. And I don't even really remember what he's important for. But anyway, we got to get this guy and, like, bring him back for questioning or something.
Okay.
Yeah, and, like,
So you're going to want to wear something comfortable, maybe a tracksuit.
you're a genius. A tracksuit.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. But, like, what color?
Oh, black. Obviously. It will go with your
yeah,
eyes.
you're right. Oh, yeah, you're right about that too. I was like thinking, you know, like spies, they wear black, but then I was like, oh wait, no, that's ninjas. Ninjas wear black. But I mean, I guess I could be a ninja too. But anyway, you're right. It'll look good with my eyes.
Okay. And I don't think we need to roll for you to find a black outfit.
Perfect.
So, anyone else want to do another scheming round?
I do want to go back to my house to see if I have anything lying around.
Okay. So you head back, and as you're going through your drawers and stuff, you find something that could get through maybe a lock, but not an entire like wall of steel.
Fair.
Okay. Sounds good. And that is going to cost you that one king. Put that in the middle on top of that box so everyone can see it. And it does not give you any immediate detriment. Yes. All right. So the next day, about an hour before, you all meet up to go over your plan. And while y'all are going over your plan, I am going to set the board.